Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Beginner's Room with me today. It's Monday, and we are talking about the art of buying and selling. The art of buying and selling, what that means is what we do in the market. We buy and we sell, all right? So what does it involve? What are all the processes you would want to go through in order for you to find good buy and sell ideas, all right? So at this time, I have a chart opened. We have the chart of Euro AUD. If I am trying to analyze these currencies in order for me to know whether I want to buy or sell, what does it involve? That's what we're going to be looking at today. By the way, my name is Olugbemi. I'm tuning in from Nigeria. If you join, please do well to introduce yourself. Let's know where you're joining from. And if you do have questions, please use the chat box. Let's know whatever question you have. You may want to share with us as well what you're trading at the moment, that you want us to take a look. We're here ready and willing to do that with you. Okay, so let's go analyzing what it involves in order for me to know when it's a good time to buy, when it's a good time to sell. We usually would analyze the chart, especially as new traders. We would start with analysis of the chart. However, we know that there are other ways of analyzing. It is not just the chart analysis. That is the only way that we can analyze the market. We have fundamental analysis, we have sentiment analysis, and people have decided on which one they love to analyze most with. Other people also like to do like a combination of all three of them. Some would say, okay, I'll look at two, especially fundamental and technical are the two common ones that a lot of people look out for to decide what they would do. As a new trader, you probably would start with technical analysis, and with technical analysis, in time, you will start looking at, okay, how does the events we have in the different economy, how do they affect the market? How can I use this in order for me to decide what to do, whether to buy or sell as well in the markets, okay? So we have Euro AUD at the moment. I like to, maybe beginning of the week, have an idea what economic events we have in the market for the week and what impact, what level of impact do I expect them to have. If there are ones that I am familiar with, and I know how I prepare for them already, I probably would know, okay, this is what I want to do in the market. I already would prepare if the actual is bigger than or lower than the expected. This is how I'm going to trade. If there's no difference, this is how I'm going to trade. So I would have an idea how I'm going to trade around the events. I also would want to have an understanding of the major economic picture of the currencies that I trade. Once I have these ones, they serve like the basis, like the background that can help me then to know what I am looking for by the time I come into the chart. So the next thing, when I come into the chart, what do I do? What will I do if I come into the charts? Sorry. If I come into the chart and I'm trying to understand whether to buy or sell here, I'm going to start by analyzing the trend. What is the trend? Do we have up or down trend here? Whatever trend we have would help me determine what kind of trade I will be looking out for. Will I prefer to buy or will I prefer to sell? Hello, Peter. Good to have you here, Peter. Good morning. We also have Anis from Dubai. Good to have you. Good to have you, Anis. How are you doing today? Oh, so you guys, let's know what you're trading. What are your plans for this week? How do you plan to trade within the week? Okay. So we have an uptrending market at the moment. As I can see, the price is moving in an upward direction. How do I know that a market is in an uptrend? I want to see series of higher highs and higher lows because I know that the market moves in waves. So there are times that the market will move, this way. It's not just going to go one way all the way up. It goes up, it comes down, up, down. However, I'm seeing that every new high and every new low is higher than the last before it, right? So now I see this kind of trend, this kind of correction. This is called a descending channel, all right? With a descending channel, the price may have a reason to continue to go to the upside if the upper trend line is broken. And that's what I see that made me expect that there is likely a continuation to the upside. If we look at it in another way, we may also say that there is a double top where we have, in fact, a lower high here. The last low is broken, right? The neckline is broken to the bottom. Now we have this move. If the price begins to come down, it can also show that this is going all the way down. And in fact, the uptrend is completed, and we want to have a move to the downside. So now there are two ways I'm looking at or two signals that I am seeing in the market. I'm seeing that this may upside, and I'm also seeing that there's a pattern here which can in fact tell us that the trend is going to the downside. So which one would this follow? Which one is the trend going to follow? That's another question we can ask ourselves. How did last week close? I'm looking at last week's candle, and I can see that we have a bullish pin bar or hammer, right? That candle is a bullish candle. It's more to the upside. So if the price is going to follow that kind of move, then rather than us seeing a move to the downside or change of trend into a downward moving trend, then it is possible that the price is going to continue to the upside. And this, in fact, is what I had seen. So on the weekly, I'm seeing like double signal. There is something showing that there might be a continuation of the trend to the upside, because we have like a bullish flag, right, on the weekly. And we also have a double top, which also is showing more of downward direction. So I couldn't really tell exactly where the price would go unless I wait for a breakout in one direction or the other. But coming to the daily, what do I see? Again, I see on the daily, in the closest region or where we are at the moment, the price has also given us another bullish flag, right? So now me being able to analyze like this can give me an idea what I would trade. I have a little bit of confusion from the weekly, but when I get to the daily, I start to see it more clearly. And so looking at this daily, seeing this flag, a break above, then of course I would expect that this is going to continue to the upside. Anis is asking if I can review GBP USD. Alex say I plan to trade GBP USD and Euro USD. Anis will log back in sometimes, issue with my PC. Oh, so sorry about that, Anis. If the trend shift to the downward, how long would you hold a position once you enter? Hi, Olu. Hello, Black. Good to have you. Happy Monday to you too. Have you looked at GU? Okay, I'm going to look at GU. I think we have like three people mentioning GU. There's something interesting must be happening with GU. So let's go take a look at GU and see what's happening there. GU is GBP USD. GBP USD. What is the trend showing us at the moment for GBP USD? Let's take a look at that. Sorry. So with GBP USD, we have the price moving to the upside like this on the daily. Then we have a ranging market. Okay, the market is in a range. Let's start with the weekly to have a better understanding of what's happening with the charts. So on the weekly, we have a ranging market. The price is in a range, and last week had closed like a bearish pin bar. okay, which is more of a shooting star. Usually with a shooting star, you would expect that the price is going to continue to the downside, especially when the market has ranged like this for a while. Let's see the daily. The daily, we have Friday closing as more like an engulfing bearish candle. Yes, because it's kind of the whole range of this red candle is bigger than the range of the green candle or bullish candle before it, and in fact bigger than most of the candles before it. So all of these are signifying that there is likelihood to the downside. However, note that the support of this consolidation did not get broken. All right. If this price is going to remain in this range for more time, there's a possibility that it pushes back up again today, from today or tomorrow. So what would I prefer to see? If my bias is to do a sell, I would prefer to see maybe a pattern here that fits in with the sell, or maybe a breakout to the bottom side. If the price breaks below the support, that would, fit in with the expectation that the price is going down, especially with all of these candles that are formed here. We've seen an engulfing candle, but just look at this point. We also had a big bearish candle here. Price got to the support, but see, afterward, it started to go all the way back up. So there's a possibility that this one also does not break the support. There's a possibility it goes back to the upside. So let's go to the lower time frame and see. On the 4-hour, what do we have? On the 4-hour, we have morning star pattern forming. Morning star, that's the kind of pattern I'm seeing here forming. If the current 4-hour candle would close bullish, the three candles here would form a pattern called morning star. Morning star is a bullish pattern, and especially if I'm seeing it around the support like this, I'll go in and do a buy there, place my stop loss below, and go all the way up. Okay, and I'll expect the price to go at least toward this high here, or in fact to the resistance. So these are what I am seeing in the market. This is what I expect. If we are going to expect that the price gets to just this last high, this area, what will take profits to stop loss be? What is our risk to reward? So if our stop loss is down here, we have like 35 pips stop loss, and we have over 90 pips take profit. If we are entering now, I'm going to look at it from the 1-hour perspective. Okay, on the 1-hour, the candles that are forming are quite small. Let me add my indicators to see better. Okay, they are all of averages at the moment. But with the candles that are forming on the 4-hour, I still believe this can go to the upside. So if this current candle closes bullish, even though it hasn't closed above my averages, I can still find the buy all the way to maybe the 50 moving average, just to expect that it is a pullback. Even if it's just a pullback, then I expect that it gets toward the averages. If it is going to get toward the 50 moving average, I believe there's still a possibility that I have up to 2 reward to risk ratio. So if I'm risking like 35 pips, and that place I end up getting like 70 pips around the 50 moving average, then that is double the expectation. Okay, so you said, can I look at it intraday? Okay, so if I want to do intraday, I'm saying that if I enter from if I wait, I would prefer to wait for the 4-hour candle to close so that I can trade it based on this morning star candlestick setup. However, if I am doing intraday, like Black has asked me to check, I'm going to look at it I'll look at entering from 15 minutes, but I'll also check from 1 hour what's happening. On the 1 hour, the price is trying to move up, but you would see it looks like there isn't a lot of momentum that is likely to push the price up. Now let's go to 15 minutes. On 15 minutes, it's also moving this way. So I think on 15 minutes, what would help me is wait for a break above this area. If the price can break above the last high, I'm going to be trading it more like double bottom. or maybe inverted head and shoulders would happen. So we have this, we have a lower low. If price gets back here and forms something like this, I'll look to do a buy above the neckline, and I'll buy it up to this point, intraday. So that's what I'm looking at. But first, I need to see a setup that fits in with my buy. I'm thinking to buy from the lower time frame because on the higher time frame, I'm seeing a pullback. I'm seeing something that is signifying that the price may pull back. And coming to the 15 minutes for intraday, if I am going to trade intraday, I can see, sorry,